checker, checker, microphone checker. Crowd goes wild when the Lord starts to wreck up. I don't even know if that's the lyrics or not. All right. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Darian. I go by on YouTube, the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. And if you have not heard by now, this channel, I talk about looking great and smelling amazing. I think both of those things are equally important, as I always say. So if you are a person that loves to hear about how you can look your best every day or how you can smell your best each and every day, then I would recommend you going ahead and clicking on the subscribe button. That way you don't miss out on future content and videos that I will be uploading on the channel. Guys, today is somewhat of a dreary day outside. It's raining outside, but I am enjoying a cup of coffee, even though it's raining, and I am talking about fragrances. So this is like the life, right? Anybody else agree with that? This is the life, talking about some fragrances and enjoying a cup of coffee while it's raining outside. Isn't that the life? Might just be me, but I'm just saying this is like what I live for. Anyway, so guys, today, as I always talk about, I'm going to be talking about fragrances, of course, but as I told you guys before, I'm going to be bringing in a little bit more content that talks about men's style and things of that nature, because I think it's, as I said before, it's equally important to look presentable. You know, if you're going to smell great, I think you should look your best, you know, in the discussion. And even though you may not be into men's wear or into suits, as I told you guys before, there are certain occasions in life that just call for you to have on a nice suit and a nice pair of shoes, guys. And that's just the reality of it. So I'm going to be talking a little bit more about some of that menswear content, as I said before, in the next coming weeks. And just a quick aside today, guys, I am wearing a suit from one of my favorite suit makers, Suit Supply. I highly recommend Suit Supply if you've never tried Suit Supply, or if you're looking for a suit, I would highly recommend Suit Supply. And also today, guys, I'm wearing a tie pocket square combination from the man himself, Tom Ford. And this dress shirt is from Charles Tyrwhitt. As I said again, I'm going to be giving you guys a little bit more details and content on menswear and style and how you can look great and not have to break the bank as well. So that's going to be upcoming. So on today, guys, I'm just going to talk to you about 10 of my favorite fragrances in my collection. And what's special about the video today is I'm going to be bringing you this video from my sponsor, which is Scent Split. That's a tongue twister for me, so I have to struggle when I say they have to slow down. From scentsplit.com, which is a website that you can go to, guys, and you can purchase decants of all these fragrances for a fraction of the cost that you would pay for a full bottle. And I thought that would be something that I definitely want to introduce to you guys, because sometimes you get comments and folks talk about fragrances being too expensive, especially, of course, the niche stuff. And I understand that everybody's budget is different, but a lot of these niche fragrances that I talk about that I really love, I think it's great that if you guys could get a chance to smell these fragrances and put your nose on them and not have to spend an exorbitant amount of money for a full bottle. So that's why I thought this would be a good idea to do this for you guys today. I've never done anything like this, but we're going to do it today. So all these fragrances that I'm going to mention are higher end niche fragrances. So there's no designers on this list. But again, I think that this is the perfect opportunity, because these bottles usually cost more than your designer bottle. So guys, I'm going to talk about 10 of my favorites, and you're going to have a chance to go to the website and purchase decants on these fragrances and try them out for yourself. So if you want to hear what 10 fragrances I'm going to discuss today, you know the routine, keep it locked right here. All right, guys, I'm back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's go ahead and jump right into the video. The first fragrance that I want to talk to you guys about, or show you guys today, is this one right here, and this is Elysium. From Roja Dove, this is Elysium, and of course, you guys already know the narrative on this fragrance. A lot of people talk about the Aventus comparison, but again, it's definitely not a clone. You pick up some similarities, but listen, this fragrance is expensive. I think it's about $290, $295 for a full bottle. So if you've never had a chance to put your nose on it, again, here's your chance. On the website, scentsplit.com, you can purchase anywhere from a 1 ml sample to 9 milliliters on most of their stuff. Some of them go a little bit higher. Some of the Creed fragrances I've seen, you can get up to a 30 milliliter decant. But most of them, again, 1 to 9. If you get the 1 milliliter sample, I want to let you know that one comes with a dapper, so you don't get a spray bottle. Anything higher than that, the 2, the 5, the 9 or greater comes with a spray bottle. But guys, great scent. This fragrance is signature scent worthy. And so if you like the Aventus DNA, you'll probably enjoy this one as well, but it's one of my favorites. I highly recommend this scent from Roja Dove. This is Elysium. The next fragrance up on the list, guys, comes from the house of Givenchy Ani, and I have talked about this one recently, and there's a full review coming up on this soon. This is called Givenchy Ani. This is called Ani from the house of Givenchy Ani, and it's the perfect time of year to try this one out, guys. If you like something that's gonna give you a little bit of freshness in the opening, but then the dry down, you get some of that, some of the sweeter notes and a little bit more resinous qualities like vanilla. Guys, this is a great one to check out. Just like a lot of the other fragrances from this house that are very popular, vanilla plays a very, very vital role in this fragrance. So if you like vanilla, you'll probably enjoy this one. But again, Scent Split gives you the chance to actually get a decant and try it out before committing to a full bottle. But it's one of my current favorites in my collection. Again, this one is called Ani. All right, guys, the next fragrance up on the list is a fragrance, but it's not really even a fragrance. It's a fragrance note. This one right here is from the house of Eccentric Molecules, and this is Molecule 01. ISO E Super is what is used in this, and I'm telling you right now, I mean, guys, this is just going to work with your body chemistry. The smell of ISO E Super, to me, kind of comes across like sandalwood, a sandalwood, cedarwood kind of combination. And it's kind of thick and dense at the same time. So again, just imagine, you know, kind of that sweetness you get from sandalwood. And, you know, again, a little bit more of an undertone of wood from like a cedarwood type vibe that you get from this as well. But that's what this is. And it smells different on everybody to an extent. Now, I like to spray my clothes with this because you get the true essence of what it is, but it blends differently with the body chemistry. But guys, look how much we've used in this bottle. And I will say my wife has contributed significantly to this bottle and the amount that's been used, but it's just a great fragrance when you don't really feel like wearing a fragrance, or at night when you get out of the shower, or to blend with other fragrances to increase longevity. This is a great one right here. It's kind of soft and just subtle, but people notice it. It's hard for you to pick it up sometimes, but other people notice it. But I highly recommend this stuff. I definitely will be getting another bottle of this when I finish it from the house of Eccentric Molecules. This is Molecule 01. All right, guys, and next up, I have fallen head over heels for this fragrance over the past couple months here. This one's from Parfums de Marly. This one is Habdan. This one is Habdan, and I'm a fan of a lot of the other fragrances from this house as well, but this one is just, right now, definitely one of my current favorites. I went out of town last weekend to Atlanta on business, and I took this fragrance with me, and it's just a magical fragrance, man. I love gourmand scents, but this one has rose in it as well, but it smells very reminiscent of a candy apple. If you go into the fair, as I said before, and had yourself a candy apple, this is going to remind you of that. It has caramel in it. It has rose in it, and it's just a beautiful scent. Oh man, it's kind of spicy. Love this stuff right here, man. There's like I said, a lot of other fragrances from this house that I enjoy, like Leighton, Harrod, Wajan, but this one is right up there with some of the best from the house. And again, it's one I highly recommend you sample from the house of Parfums de Marly. This one is Habdan. Now guys, this next fragrance on the list has gotten a lot of talk for me here over the last couple of weeks, but again, I just want to talk about some of my favorites, because if you follow me, and for the most part, you have similar tastes to mine, I thought I would love for you guys to try some of my favorites that are, again, a little bit costly, but here's your chance to try it. This is Portrait of a Lady from Frederic Malle. And I talked about some of my most complimented fragrances for this time of year recently, and this was #1 on the list. Again, true story, I got 7 compliments in one day on this fragrance. So it's one I definitely want you to try. It's not gonna be for everybody. You have to like rose in order to like this fragrance, and you have to be a fan of patchouli. I will tell you that, but it is magic on the skin. Men complimented this fragrance as well as women. So it was one that just really worked. I love this stuff. This is your chance to try it. From the house of Frederick Malle, this is Portrait of a Lady, or as I always say, Portrait of a Man. All right, guys, the next fragrance up that I would highly recommend you try, one of my favorites from the house of Nasomatto. This is Black Afghano. Black Afghano, small bottle, but the fragrance packs a really big punch. And this fragrance is really sexy and mysterious. I've talked about it a few times when I talk about sexy fragrances. I talked about fragrances from the house, specifically of Nasomatto, and this was definitely one of my favorites. It's a 30 ml bottle, but you don't need a lot of sprays because this fragrance is a heavy projector and longevity scent. These are extrait de parfum concentration. So what that means is it's heavily concentrated. So it lasts a long time. But what I really love about this scent, guys, is really sexy and mysterious. So mysterious that they don't even really list the notes. It's hard to find note breakdown on this scent, but man, it is absolutely amazing. It's something, again, I would say for date nights or really for an upscale event. You throw this on, you're gonna be the man. And so that's why I really enjoy this one right here. So here's your chance to try a decant of it from the house of Nasomatto. This one is Black Afghano. All right, guys, and next up, one that I highly recommend you sample if you've been interested in it because it is hard to find nowadays. From the house of Xerjoff, this one is called Italica. Italica, and this is a gourmand lover's dream, as I said before. And guys, this is the perfect time for you to wear it when it's cold outside. You cannot wear this, well, people can do whatever they want to do, but I would not recommend you wearing this when it's hot outside because it will get cloying really, really fast. But again, caramel, saffron, almonds, again, just about, as I said before, any note that you can think of that would be considered gourmand, vanilla, is all in here. And this is another one that you get great performance out of. They have it on the website right now. I don't know how long they will have this one, but if you've ever been interested in putting your nose on this, I highly recommend you go and get a sample. I'm gonna have my link down below for you guys to go and sample these fragrances because I'm telling you again, this one is hard to find, but it is a gem. If you are a gourmand fragrance lover, give it a try. From the house of Xerjoff, this one is called Italica. Next up on the list, guys, this one comes from the house of Creed. You know what this is. One of my absolute favorites. This is Original Santal. And I just put it on here because, again, I'm talking about my favorite. So I know you guys aren't surprised by this, and I know some of you, a lot of you have probably already put your nose on this, but this is just one of my favorites. They have other Creed fragrances on the site as well, and they go up to a 30 ml sample in the Creed fragrances. So if there's another Creed fragrance outside of Original Santal that you wanted to try, check them out. They have most of them listed on their site. But again, this is just one of my favorites, the sandalwood, which is one of my favorite notes. Cinnamon, juniper berry, love this stuff right here, man. This is Original Santal. And next up, I've talked about this fragrance a lot on the channel as well. But this, as well as other Amouage fragrances, are available on the site. This one is, of course, my favorite one, which is called Reflection Man. Reflection Man, and this is really a year-round scent. I talk about it a lot of times really in the fall. Not the fall, but really the spring. But fall actually is a great time to wear this one as well. Fall and spring, but I love this stuff, man. Absolutely love this. Another fragrance that has really, to me, is about the white florals in this fragrance, but it has a nice kind of sweet dry down in this as well. I think that comes from sandalwood. So again, one of my favorite notes showing up again in another fragrance. But this one, as well as, like I said, other Amouage fragrances are available through Scent Split. So here's a chance again to check them out for a fraction of the cost. See if you like it. From the house of Amouage, this one is called Reflection Man. Okay, guys, and last but not least, the last fragrance that I want to mention from the house of Mancera, this is Cedrat Boise. And this is another one, of course, that has gotten the Aventus comparisons. but like I said before, it's a lot different to me. I think a gentleman actually sent me an email and inquired about that, and I told him it wouldn't be redundant to have both this and a vintage because they're different. This is a lot creamier. Does not have the birch in there. It does have leather, so it's different. And you'll definitely see that if you get a chance to smell both of them and compare them. They're definitely different, but this is one that I actually love and recommend. This one is a little bit more easily accessible than some of the other ones on this list. But again, guys, I just want to talk about 10 of my favorites that I know are available on the site. So again, if you've never had a chance to put your nose on some of these, you didn't want to invest in a full bottle, I highly recommend this company because the customer service is excellent. And they have a lot of fragrances that a lot of these other companies that do a similar thing don't offer. Especially since Italica is really hard to find. I know of another site that you can find Italica on. So that's why I really recommend this company. But again, another one that I highly recommend you guys give a try. For Mancera, this is Cedrat Boise. So all right, guys, that's it. That's my time. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. As I talked about 10 of my favorite fragrances in my collection that I would recommend you guys, again, go and try at scentsplit.com. I'm going to leave the link down below for you to try these fragrances out. I always appreciate you guys taking the time to watch these videos because, as I always say, you don't have to watch, and you could have been doing anything else in the world, but you took a few moments to watch this video, and for that, I sincerely appreciate that. And don't forget, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe, and share these videos out to folks that you think could use this information or find me entertaining, because I am your guy, the bow tie fragrance guy. I enjoy looking good and smelling amazing. So until next time, guys, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.